Hey guys, hope you are doing well. So what an amazing week. Bitcoin and most of the altcoins are consolidating, but we see few meme coins just rising like Pepe coin and others, AI Doge, and is this a meme coin season on what's happening out there? My name is Mike Denkler from CorionX and I'm bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems to keep you updated and educated. I should state that nothing in this video can be considered as a financial or investment advice, so everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research and make your decisions based on your research. So guys, smash those like, push the bell and notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Smashing those likes is helping out the YouTube algorithm, so appreciate all your likes, and let's go and dive into our favorite bubble chart. Let's see what's happening out there. As we see, Bitcoin is slightly up and Ethereum is up 1%, and we see most of the altcoins are correcting, but a few of them like Render, Solana, Casper and Pepe coin are pumping. So Pepe seems to be unstoppable. Let me know in the comment section what do we expect, if this meme coin will pumping further or it will collapse one day. So what about our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and greed index? It is at 64, so we are in the greed zone, so the market sentiment looks pretty good. So first news, Bitcoin trader eyes 63,000 BTC price for new Bollinger Band breakout. So Bollinger Band was just invented by Mr. Bollinger, and this band is giving some indicators where the price can go. So as Titan of crypto notes, Bollinger Bands on monthly timeframes are setting up a repeat of a breakout event that has occurred only once in each cycle. And who is this trader? Titan of crypto. So he expects that Bollinger Band will break out. Bollinger Bands are a key volatility indicator across price timeframes. They revolve around a 20-period simple moving averages, SMA, functioning as a midline with two standards deviation above and below representing the channel. So there is a moving average, a simple moving average, and also a lower and an upper trend line of this moving average. These bands expand and contract with volatility and certain events, among them the price coming into contact with the bands or even breaking beyond them is often considered important by traders. Currently, the 1 month BTC USD chart shows the price attempting to break above the simple moving average line, which it confirmed would suggest a class repeat of past bull runs. Inexorable breakout. BTC is about to break its monthly Bollinger Bands baseline, and when that happens, first target will follow inexorably, he added. So this is what you see here. So this is the Bitcoin monthly chart and this is the Bollinger Band, and if it's breaking the midline, this simple moving average, then a huge run up to upper territory of this trend line could occur. So BTC price bites its time. So at the time the BTC was retesting the simple moving average line as support, breaking through the range around. Now however, it's heading higher toward the upper band. Data from Cointelegraph. So this is the daily chart and also the Bollinger Band on the daily chart. So from CryptoCon, the price is upper band, it's still 35,790, and this is the 3-week Bollinger Bands. So if we are looking on Bollinger Bands, yes, we might be bullish. Next, Bitcoin slides to 29,000 US dollar, Pepe to end the week with almost 450% gains. So Bitcoin back to 29,000 US dollar, and that was this correction last week, and it's Pepe show. Is this Pepe show or what else do we have? And also gas prices on Ethereum went up because the Pepe transactions. So cool. Also Flokinu and Pepe was listed on Binance, and that caused a pump in these meme coins. So guys, another news, that bad news can't stop Bitcoin now, says popular analyst. Here is his outlook. So Jason Pizzino, and he is about that for nearly 2 months Bitcoin has been trading over $25,000 with all of the bad news that we have seen in the market. Nothing is swaying Bitcoin from hitting 30,000 to 40,000, maybe even 50,000 this year. Even the stock markets are putting aside bad news, bad fundamentals, looming recession, sticky interest, banking collapses, and setting new price highs for the year. So it means BTC could find itself in $32,000 to $42,000 range. If people are waiting for these lower prices, that the market is telling us that it's not going to go down at this point, especially after the breakout of the double top. When you have a very big macro bearish signal that fails at 50%, which it did here at 19,500, fails on huge bearish news, which was the banking collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, and then Credit Suisse, and then Deutsche Bank, and then every other bank that's followed. When that bearish signal fails and it breaks about that, meaning that it failed, it most likely a signal to the upside and a macro signal to the upside. So what could happen from here? Maybe we top out here at 32,000, maybe 43,000, maybe 42,000, we will see. So that's quite interesting. Next, Bitcoin Supercycle may be happening, says commodity strategist Mike McGlone. He is from Bloomberg, and he is noting that the cryptocurrency is beating gold by almost 10 times so far this year. The strategist added that if past trends hold, Bitcoin's volatility is more likely to recover compared to commodities when the crypto heads towards new highs. Looking for a super cycle, Bitcoin outperforms commodities with declining risk. Bitcoin beating gold, the top performing old guard commodity in 2023 to March by almost 10x. 10x may be indicative of a super cycle happening in the crypto. So elongated Bitcoin upward trajectory gaining fuel. So Bitcoin price and Bitcoin 260-day volatility, and now this volatility is just going down. So nascent stage of low and rising adoption versus diminishing supply. Okay, what's unique relative to commodities is the 260-day volatility of Bitcoin bottoming from a new low. So the volatility is bottoming, and the volatility, if it's getting so low, then the price is starting to go to north. If past trends hold, the crypto volatility is more likely to recover versus commodities when Bitcoin heads toward new highs. It's unlikely for Bitcoin to stop outperforming gold. Stock market amid bumps in the road as the Fed attempts another rate hike cycle. Banking issues may define Bitcoin crypto dollars. Bitcoin may be progressing to trade like US Treasury long bonds and gold as banks come under stress on the back of the bond price collapse. Bitcoin sustaining about $25,000 is a clear sign of divergent strength. So he's explaining that Bitcoin is getting a risk of assets just like gold and bonds. Quite interesting. Next, Michael Saylor on Bitcoin, hold on to it and stomach the volatility. So what is he saying? Bitcoin is the ultimate digital scarcity network. It's moved up about 50% on average over the last 3 years. The key with Bitcoin is to able to hold on to it and stomach the volatility. Okay, MicroStrategy has more than doubled since the start of 2023. Why is Bitcoin price on the rise this year? inflation, banking crisis. Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace run by incorruptible software. So incorruptible software. So the phase be your own bank has emerged as an investment idea in the United States, and it's also just giving more fuel the bank collapse that's going on. Michael Saylor says Bitcoin is a screaming buy, predicts top crypto could hit $5 million US. So that was this interview. I can see Bitcoin going to $1 million. I can see it going to 5 million, because if it's simple, replaces all the indexes as a monetary index money, why shouldn't it going to 100 trillion US dollar in market cap or something, and that would cause $5 million US Bitcoin price. Next, trader who nailed Bitcoin bottom says banking crisis could turn crypto market bullish. Here is his outlook. So the guy is technical roundup, and he is talking about we do have a few narratives that are actually bullish. In particular, the banking narrative, where we have a bunch of smaller banks, but also quite a few big ones in America struggling. And that's the use case for Bitcoin in a nutshell. Bitcoin is a poster child for any of that. So it should technically do well when banks do not. It's as simple as that. If banks eat shit in a way where the entire world and the company economy doesn't collapse, you are going to do well in crypto most likely. So this is a hedge against the traditional banking and traditional economy. That's the narrative that it's kind of making the bearish play harder, because I think if we didn't have the narrative, we would have been at 26,000 to 27,000 already, and Bitcoin is trading about 29,000 at the moment. Don Alt says that they're currently out of the market, but would turn bullish again if Bitcoin climbs above key resistance area. If we go back above 30,000, especially so quickly after we tested it the first time, there is a chance that we are going to break it and then might have some quick moves, and I will be more than happy to be bullish at that point again. But right now I'm more than happy to be out of the market. So now he's out of the market. Next, US government may freeze American bank withdrawals as currency panic and capital flight mounts, according to macro guru huge Henry. So he is talking about the US banking system. Sometimes it's kind of relevant to panic. I would recommend you panic. You have seen the biggest waterfall decline in M2 right now. M2 in deposits, so monetary 2 is M2, money supply, is deposits, not loans. That's the deposit fleeing the system and going into money market funds. That could reach a crescendo where the Treasury and the Fed may have to come it and actually restrict your right as a US citizens to pull money out of the US banking system. So they can restrict the US citizens to pull out money from out of the US banking system. Quite scary. There's a capital flight, deposits fly from the banking sector seeking yield. I fear that I don't say that this lightly, but in 1934, the Federal Reserve Act confiscated gold from US citizens. We are at that point where the Fed and Treasury officials, I'm sure, are having to consider as a gate at lock on the US bank deposits. So quite scary. It is time to own the most reviled security in the universe, the ultra long treasuries. I know you all think that we got an inflation problem. It was a supply shock, and the supply shock needs the manifestation of more and more bank printing of loans to propel it into the future. We are getting to opposite. The ultra longs are trading 2 or 3 standards deviation below the ETF. If we not get the bug, but Bitcoin is something I could conceive as an asset class that could trade 3 or 4 times higher in the next 5 years. There is no other asset class that I could make that determination. So guys, save this article and let's come back in a few months and let's see what's happened. Next, New York Attorney General proposes strongest and most comprehensive set of state crypto regulations. So they are proposing rampant fraud, and these functions have become the hallmarks of cryptocurrency, and it's time to bring law and order to the multi-billion-dollar industry. New York investors should have the peace of mind that there are safeguards in place to protect them and their money. So guys, first protect the bank depositors, please. All investments are regulated to account for every penny of investors' money. Cryptocurrency should be no exceptions. These commences regulations will bring more transparency and oversight to the industry and strengthen our ability to crack down on these that don't pay respect to the law. Okay, so guys, I can agree in general, but let's see what's happening with these banks. Stripe tackles could start problem with the launch of fiat crypto on ramp. So Web3 companies can utilize the Stripe hosted fiat to crypto on-ramp to allow customers to buy crypto at the price moment they need it. It's quite important development. So companies interested in offering cryptocurrency and blockchain-enabled experiences often face a cold start problem. Their customers don't have the crypto in their wallets to carry out transactions. And with this Stripe integration, they will be able to do that. While on-ramping with Stripe to purchase your very first NFT can be exciting, it's important to consider how easy it is to lose your assets, as all it takes is one's malicious signature. So also security is quite important. Cool. Next piece of news is American CBDC will expand government's power to surveil and control. Presidential candidate Robert Kennedy Jr. says this. Okay, so the Fed is about to roll out an instant payment system known as Fed Now, and Kennedy says that the digitization of currency has provided the government immense powers to surveil and control economic life. The ability to save and spend without political interferences is a prerequisite for the exercise of meaningful dissent, and I will defend it accordingly. This is not a right or left-wing issue. It's about protecting democracy from powerful established interests. The digitization of currency has given government unprecedented powers to surveil and control economic life. That is why I oppose CBDCs, which will vastly magnify the government's power to suffocate dissent by cutting off access to funds with a keystroke. So, also GoFundMe blocked US accounts and Canadian trackers, and PayPal modified their acceptance. So guys, a lot of other shady things that hover around, and this is why these CBDC things can be scared as just giving more power to governments to surveil and control. Cool. Guys, that's it. Let's go and check out my Twitter feed. Definitely follow me at MIKLOS Also follow a Korean platform, and be sure you are following Laserpunk Guts. And US state of Montana bans all taxes on Bitcoin when used for payments, so it's becoming a legal tender. Give a like and share. Next country embracing Bitcoin is Liechtenstein. So Liechtenstein also intends to enable Bitcoin as a payment method for government services. The fiat guys at Fitch Ratings just upgraded El Salvador's rating, so give a like. Cool. The Fed seems to be opening the door for a pivot according to this after the Fed rate hikes, and Fed rate funds rate at 5.75 basis points right now, and some stats that it can be just continuing with the Fed. BTC is almost 2x from the bottom and currently facing resistance that makes good risk reward spot to open a hedge short. That's the reason many traders will short here, and the more shorts are open, the higher the chance they get squeezed with any of the upside. So guys, quite important, I don't think you are getting more than 78% minus this epoch about Bitcoin. So guys, that's it. Let's go and check out the CorionX farm. So go to PancakeSwap and provide some liquidity there, especially in BNB CorionX pair, and earn a juicy APR of 77%. So guys, enjoy your gains, and also follow our developments and join our Telegram channel, and also follow everything that we are sharing in our social media. So Bitcoin is consolidating, and it seems that it wants to break out. So definitely take a look on this breakout. It can be a fail out, but now it seems to be retesting, and if it is so, then we are just adding to our long position. So guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Smash those like, push the bell notification all, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.